chocolate, cinnamon, marshmallows, spicy kick, all that in this delicious cookie. These spicy Mexican stuffed chocolate cookies are absolutely amazing. A hint of cayenne, lots of cinnamon and chocolate. Welcome back to the Cracked Mug. Today we're making these only about 12 minutes in the oven, but simple to throw together. Look at these beauties. You break them in half and inside just molten marshmallow. They are not too sweet, I promise. So let's get in the kitchen and make spicy Mexican stuffed chocolate cookies. Come on. Let's start by mixing some of our dry ingredients. In this medium bowl, I have 192 grams of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add 91 grams of cocoa powder. If you have Dutch process, it'd be great. This is unsweetened. 2.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground cayenne, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Just mix those in, give them a little whisk so they can get to know each other. Set that aside. You can use a hand mixer or a stand mixer, or do all of this by hand if you want to, your choice. Into the bowl, I'm adding a half a cup, that's about 113 grams of unsalted butter at room temperature. And I have my paddle on. 1.5 cups, that's about 300 grams of light brown sugar. And we are just going to mix this until it's light and fluffy. That will take about 2 minutes. To that, we're going to add 1 large egg and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Beat that until creamy, another 2 minutes. That was 2 minutes, and that looks nice, light and creamy. We'll now add our flour mixture. I'm going to pop it in there all at once. Low speed until combined. Should only take a minute or so. Try not to get flour all over your kitchen. I'm sure I will. And as you can tell by the sound of my poor mixer, this is a very thick dough. But it looks like everything's combined. I don't see any streaks of white in there. We are good to go. My goodness, it's thick like chocolate. Look at that. This is a very thick dough. If you have an ice cream scoop or a cookie scoop, use that. But we're basically looking for about 1 ounce. Just going to level that off here. I'm going to weigh it as well. Didn't all come out. So that's 1 ounce, and that is 29 grams. So aim about that size. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. All right, palm of your hand, flatten it out, like so. Into the center of that, I'm going to add some mini marshmallows, about 5 of them. If you're using, let's say, the large full-size marshmallows, cut those in half, or if not thirds, before using. All right, all we're going to do is bring the sides up, and we're going to turn this into a little ball. That's simple. Give it a little roll. And there you have it. Seam side down. Continue on with the rest of these. I think that is pretty much the last one. I have only a tiny piece of dough left. We'll call this the baby one. Just 2 little marshmallows. This one will be coming out of the oven much earlier. These beauties will have to be refrigerated for a couple of hours, at least 2 to 3 hours. Overnight is fine too. Now, normally you might put that on a cookie sheet and jam the cookie sheet into your refrigerator. I do not have such a luxury refrigerator. There isn't room for a pint of milk in mine. So I'm going to pop these into a bowl because I can accommodate that. Let's count these while we're doing it. I have 24, including that little one. Just going to cover this with some cling wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and come back to it in about 3 hours. We'll finish it, just a little bit of sugar and cinnamon over it, and we'll put it in the oven. First, let's take half a cup of granulated sugar, and then we'll take 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, approximately. Mix the two of these together to make a nice cinnamon sugar. That works for me. These guys have been in the refrigerator for over 3 hours, and they are ready to go. They are very firm. I have let these bad boys sit on the counter for about 5 or 10 minutes after coming out of the refrigerator. And now all we have to do is roll them. Coat them all in the cinnamon sugar. Once you have them all coated, place on a parchment lined baking sheet. I'm going to keep them about 3 inches apart because they will spread out quite a bit. You can use 2 baking sheets if you'd like.
Bake these in a preheated 350 F175C for 10-13 minutes. Rotate your baking tray halfway through baking. You're looking for a slightly raised, cracked cookie that may be oozing delicious marshmallow lava. Yum!
Look at these beauties, bursting at the seams. Perfect. That was the full 13 minutes. We are going to take these out now and put them onto a wire rack to cool. But that's what you're looking for. All right, allow these to cool completely on the wire rack. I know it's very tempting to want to eat them right now. Second batch is ready for the oven. There's my little one, the leftover. I'll have to keep an eye on that because that might burn. Because I love salt and chocolate, I'm going to put just a little bit of flake salt on the very top of half a dozen of them, just to try it out and see how it goes. Back into the oven, and our second batch is done. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We just have to wait, for them to cool down. Maybe 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes should do it. But I'm going to put them on a wire rack to cool down because this tray is very hot. Look at that. They're bursting out like molten marshmallow volcanoes. They smell amazing and they look amazing. I need to break into one of these right away. I let them cool. They've only been cooling 10, 15 minutes. That's enough. And I made myself a coffee. Let's just do this. Oh, there's a crispiness on the outside. Oh, and look inside. Oh, look at that beautiful marshmallow. I didn't even get a plate. Okay, I'm going in. The crunch on the outside, talking with my mouth full. The crunch on the outside is gorgeous. It tastes like when you're biting into the perfect meringue, that lovely shell. Inside is soft and gooey, and the marshmallow is still warm. It's lovely. It's not overpowering in the chocolate or cinnamon department. You get both. And there's a beautiful heat left in your mouth from that cayenne. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't add any more cayenne than we did, particularly if you're sharing. If you're not sharing these 2 dozen cookies, put as much cayenne in as you want. But these are perfect. And they're perfect with a cup of coffee, let me tell you. All right, simple to make, just a little bit of patience by throwing them in the fridge for a couple of hours. That worked out really well. I love the way that they're all uniquely individual. Some hid their secret little package of marshmallow inside, and others gave us a little bit of peekaboo, which I like that a lot. Not difficult to make at all. I'm going to continue with this one while Kathy has a quick word. Thank you.
Now that you have this delicious cookie, please give a little support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to this guy's channel. Even better, send to a friend. Every little bit helps. Thanks a ton.
I'm going to have another, but I won't make you watch me eat it this time. Oh, it is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Really, a Mexican hot chocolate cookie. Can't go wrong. Cayenne, cinnamon, sugar. Simple to make. Please give it a try at home. I think you will love it. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. And I know I keep saying it, but I keep meaning it. So until next time, mind yourself. Bye.
Wow, that's a loud crunch. See you next time.